at it again.
That's great.
Okay, everyone, we can get started. We'll just go over I'll talk a little bit and explain the 8 limbs of yoga. Then we'll do an emotional clearing, and then I'll have you lay down and we'll do yoga nidra. So, the 8 limbs of yoga is the structure of all yoga, and I believe that's how martial arts started. So the first limb of yoga, we have 8 limbs, the way they call it, is yamas, and that's restraints. And the second one is niyamas, observances. So with these two together, there's 10 different aspects of it, and from meditating and contemplating on these 10, they line up with 10 layers of the energetic bodies too. So when you can overcome some of these, you'll feel your light expand more. So the first one is in yamas is restraints. So we call that ahimsa, and that's non-harming. And that'll mean non-harming to yourself and other people. Let me find my other page here that describes it more. So non-violence, that means finding our courage, creating balance, dealing with powerlessness, self-love, violence to others, developing compassion. Satya is truthfulness. So we be real rather than nice, self-expression versus self-indulgence, the need to belong versus the need to grow. Trying to do it right the first time, and how much weight truth really has, and the power of truth. Asteya is non-stealing. So this could be stealing from others, stealing from the earth, stealing from the future, stealing from ourselves, just shifting our focus and building our confidence. Brahmacharya is non-excess, and taming our overindulgence and working with God. Aparigraha is non-possessiveness. The breath is a teacher. Just letting go of everything, things we try to possess. How many bags are we taking on this trip? Things like that. How much clutter we have in our house. And then we go to the niyamas, and that is observances. A little bit different aspect. So saucha is purity. This purity is a cleansing process. When you start to dive deeper into it, different aspects will come up. Just on how you live your life. Santosha is contentment. We try to stay away from, as yogis, to be in a neutral mind, no matter what happens, which is no charge. So even down to the cellular level, and all the way up into our mind, and everything in the universe has a neutron, proton, or electron. So our thought process always goes from the negative mind first to the positive mind, and then to the neutral mind. So say, for example, you hit your toe on the corner of a coffee table and you're screaming up and down, and you look down, so that's the negative mind. And then you look down and realize your toe's not broke. So there's the positive mind. And then you say, all right, I'm all right. And then after a while, there's no charge. So that's the neutral mind. That's what the warriors were going for, because you just burn less energy. And it's a roller coaster ride if you're going from negative to positive all the time. Tapas is self-discipline, having the daily practice, just staying in your power. Svadhyaya is self-study. You have to really be able to reflect on your actions and your ego, and just be a witness, which brings you into that negative, neutral mind. And then Ishvara Pranidhara is surrender, just releasing and surrendering to the now, and having that devotion. It took me a while to figure out, and I couldn't really connect. I spent about 10 years trying to understand and how to surrender to God. So I just couldn't figure it out, concept at all, and I never did. Until I realized that we're all an expression of one creation. So, and being in the present moment, if everything is a part of one creation, the plants, the earth, everything, if you take and say surrender to now, then it makes sense to me. You're actually surrendering to God when you surrender to the present moment. And you're living in that present moment and doing exactly what the animals in the animal kingdom are doing. They're completely present and here. So those are the first two. That's part of our code of conduct. And then we get into the asana, the poses. So that's only one limb of yoga, out of 8 limbs. So if you take those same postures out of jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or karate and just put them there, they're interchangeable. So over the years, I believe that martial arts, because of the superior kicking and punching, have lost the mind-body spirit part of it, especially with MMA coming up. They have no respect. They don't bow before they come on the mat or anything like that. And that's what I'm hoping to bring back to people, is especially the martial artists, to let them know what they're missing with these other limbs, because the real masters, they taught you how to be humble. They didn't tell you to fight your way out of everything. They taught peace first, and your hands are weapons, so you use them to defend yourself. And that's what I realized. The 10 Sikh gurus, that's the only pictures I've seen of guys with auras drawn, or pictures of auras with them, and having swords and daggers and turbans with chainmail and daggers and all these things in there. And I'm like, how the heck can these guys be enlightened? But it's because they only protect the people who can't protect themselves. So there's a big difference between attacking and protecting your people. And then the 4th limb is pranayama, your breath. So that's a huge aspect of this. And then we go into pratyahara, withdrawing from the senses. We have 5 senses. So when we can withdraw from the senses, we start to overcome our ego. Ego is not bad. We need it to survive. But there's 2 aspects to it: egoism and egotism. So you've heard egotistical jerk. This is the one that runs away on you. But the ego actually is good. It's a survival mode, that helps you survive. So we need the ego. We just want it to be under our control. And then dharana is where you become have intense focus. This is where we start to go deeper. And these are things you do physically, mentally, in this practice. So we're at the 6th limb. And then things that happen to you because of this result will be dhyana, and that's the state of meditation. And then you can start to really tame the mind, the body. You can heal yourself in meditation. And then the last aspect is samadhi, and that's where you become the state of oneness. That's what we're all shooting for with this. We want to be, in Kundalini we call it Waheguru. That's Wa or ecstasy. That's the complete oneness. And we're actually, if you can, in a bubble, about 20 feet around, and we have 10 layers. And when we get through those layers, we merge with the universe. And it actually looks like a solar system. You got your solar plexus, and then you have all these planets moving around you. They concentrate on 7 chakras, but you actually have thousands of energy centers out in here. Different little planets going on, and different aspects and chords coming out to an etheric space. So I like to teach this so you can understand what we're going for, and this is the whole structure to yoga, pretty much. So now you know what you're actually doing here. We're looking for samadhi, oneness, and when we reach that state, it's just complete ecstasy and bliss. Maybe fleeting. I've had fleeting moments of it where I've felt and seen these aspects of it, and it's just incredible. It'll change your life, really change. So now we'll move on to an emotional clearing. So just close your eyes and come to your breath. Just listen to what I have to say. Toxic, turbulent emotions have one cause: not knowing how to deal with pain. Pain is normal in life, but suffering isn't. When we do not know how to deal with pain, we suffer. So I'm hoping this will bring up a lot of emotion and pain, and if it doesn't completely release, we'll get it with the yoga nidra part. So just hang with me. Just set aside a few minutes when you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes for a few minutes. Just meditate in silence. Focus on your breathing, or if you prefer, you may use a mantra. Now, with your eyes still closed, recall some circumstance in the recent past that was upsetting to you. Maybe a time when you felt you were mistreated, an argument with your partner, or perhaps a past injustice at work. Identify some instance where you felt emotionally upset. For the next 30 seconds, think in detail about that incident. Try to picture what actually happened as vividly as you can, as if you were reporting it to a newspaper. Here, you are the observer watching this event. You are not the event, argument, or emotional upset. You are merely witnessing what is happening from the perspective of your silent self. Allow yourself to maintain a vantage point that is not overshadowed by the quality of emotions. Now identify exactly what you are feeling. Put some word on the incident that describes what you are experiencing. Be as precise as you can. Do you feel unappreciated, insulted, treated unfairly? Give the name a feeling. Give the feeling a name. Come up with a word that epitomizes the painful experience. Focus your attention on that word. Gradually allow your attention to move away from the word. Let your attention wander into the body. Become aware of the physical sensations that arise in your body as a result of the emotion you identified. These two elements, an idea in the mind and a physical sensation in the body, are what an emotion truly is, and they can't really be separated. This is why we call it a feeling, because we feel emotions in our body. Let your attention pass through your body as you're recalling this experience. Locate the sensations the memory brings up. For many, it's a pressure in the chest or a sensation of tightness in the gut. Some feel it as a pressure in their throat. Find where it is in your body that you're feeling and holding the emotional experience. Now express that feeling. Place your hand on the part of the body where you sense that feeling is located. Place your hand on the part of the body where you sense that the feeling is located. Say it out loud, "It hurts here." If you're aware of more than one location of the pain, move your hand from place to place. At every location, pause for a moment and express what you're feeling. Say, "It hurts here." When you experience physical discomfort, It means that something is unbalanced in your experience, physically, mentally, or spiritually. Your body knows it. Every cell in your body knows it. Befriend these sensations and their wisdom, because the pain is actually leading you to wholeness. Be aware that any painful feelings you experience are your feelings. These feelings are happening inside your body now as you remember the pain, even though nothing is actually taking place in the material world. You're only remembering what happened, yet your body is reacting with muscle contractions, hormonal secretions, and other responses within you. Even when the painful incident was occurring in the material world, the effect was entirely within you. You have choice in how you interpret and respond to emotional turbulence. Recognizing this is taking responsibility for your feelings. This doesn't mean you feel guilty. Instead, it means you recognize your ability to respond to painful situations in new and creative ways. By taking responsibility of your feelings, you can also gain the power to make the pain melt away. You're no longer blaming anyone else for having caused the pain. So you no longer have to depend on anyone else to make it go away. Hold that understanding in your consciousness for the next few moments. Place your attention on the part of the body where you're holding the pain. And with every exhalation of your breath, have an intention of releasing that tension. For the next 30 seconds, just feel the painful sensation leaving your body with every breath. Some people find that making an audible tone that resonates in that part of the body where the pain is localized, helps to loosen and lift the contraction away. You can also experiment to discover what works best for you. For some people, singing or dancing does the trick. You may try deep breathing, using essential oils, or taking a long warm bath. Sharing the outcome of releasing your pain is important because it activates the new pattern of behavior after the old painful pattern is released. Imagine that you could speak to the person who was involved in that original painful incident. What would you say to that person now? Bear in mind that he or she was not the real cause of your pain. The real cause was your response. In your transformed state, you are now free. so you can share what happened without blame, manipulation, or seeking approval. Perhaps they intended to cause you pain, and you may have unwittingly collaborated in that intention. Maybe you would like to say you no longer intend to fall into such traps. Whatever you say is totally up to you, as long as you have an awareness of the steps we've taken so far in this exercise. Whatever you say will be right for you. Now you can celebrate the painful experience that had taken place as the valuable material that helped you move to a higher level of consciousness. What was previously a disconnected, destructive, and disabled part of your psyche is now integrated and contributing to its power toward your greater spiritual goal. Instead of responding to the situation with a pain reflex, perpetuating the problem, you've turned it into an opportunity for spiritual transformation. That is something to celebrate. Go out for a nice dinner or buy yourself something, some flowers or a present to honor the new you. Use this exercise whenever you feel upset to free yourself from emotional turbulence and the underlying pain. When you do that, you'll find that opportunities will arise more often and in every area of your life. Just come to lying down now. Close your eyes, quiet your mind, come to your breath. Breathing in through the nose, send the breath into the belly. Feel the belly rise, then the chest. As you exhale, feel the chest go down, then the belly. Stay with the sensation of the breath moving up and down like a wave. Allow this process of breathing to relax the body and calm the mind. Surrender to gravity. Release control of the breath. And let go. Bring your awareness to your right leg. Lift the leg an inch or so off the floor. Point the toes, flex the foot, squeeze the muscles of the legs, and release. Bring your awareness to your left leg. Lift the leg just a few inches off the floor. Point the toes, flex the foot, Squeeze the muscles of the leg. Release. Bring your awareness to the hips. Squeeze together and lift. Release. Contract the abdominal muscles. Squeeze. And let go. Take a deep breath in and expand the belly. Hold. Release. Lift the palms and hands up an inch or so. Squeeze into tight fists. Splay the fingers. Release. Rock the head from side to side. Find a comfortable position to rest the head. Tuck the chin slightly. If you are wearing glasses, please remove them. Close your eyes. Bring the palms together and rub vigorously to create heat. Once they are warm, place the palms over your eyes. Allow the heat you've created to sink deep into the orbs of the eyes. Feel the warmth and healing from your own touch. As the heat begins to dissipate, gently rub the eyelids. Allow the fingers to find tension anywhere in the face. Rubbing the temples, the forehead, into the hairline. Massage the jaw, neck, top of the shoulders. Bring the hands back to the face. Starting at the bridge of the nose, begin to wipe away any stress across the cheeks. When this feels complete, return the hands down by your sides. Using your thumbs, gently close your ears, just tight enough so you can hear me. Rest your fingers on either side of your forehead. Take a deep breath in, and with closed lips, begin to hum. Change the pitch of the hum to change the vibratory senses. Continue to hum until guided to stop. Now stop. Slowly return your hands to your sides. Tune into the sensations created in the body by the vibrational humming. Drop into stillness and silence. The purpose of Yoga Nidra is to allow the body to deeply relax. Remain as still as possible. If you need to cough, scratch an itch, or adjust for any reason to become more comfortable, please do so, then come back to stillness as quickly as possible. Remain relaxed and motionless, awake and alert. I will be guiding you throughout the entire practice. There may be long silences, and you may drop out and come back. If you come back during silence, know that you have not been left. If for any reason you become anxious, simply bring the thumb and index finger together or bend the knees, placing the feet on the mat to become grounded. Follow my guidance at all times. Relax, trust, and let go. Our intention today is to heal our emotional pain. Inhaling through the nose, send the breath into the belly. Allow the breath to rise to the lungs, expanding the rib cage all the way to the top of the lungs, lifting the collarbones. As you exhale, reverse the process. Collarbones go down, rib cage goes in, and squeeze the belly all the way back to the spine, expelling all the air. As you inhale again, repeat this process, filling from bottom to top. As you exhale, do so from the top down, pulling the navel in at the bottom of the exhalation. Integrate the 3 parts of the inhalation with the 3 parts of the exhalation to create a circular, seamless breath. Let go of the breath and relax. Follow my guidance as we rotate our awareness through the body. As each body part is named, simply bring your attention to that part. Bring your awareness to the right foot, right ankle, calf, knee, thigh, right hip, right side body, right chest, right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm of the right hand. Allow your awareness to rest in the palm of the right hand. Now bring your awareness to the left foot, left ankle, calf, knee, thigh, left hip, left side body, left chest, left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm of the left hand. Allow your awareness to rest in the palm of the left hand. Now bring your awareness to the whole body. Bring the left side and the right side together for one integrated whole. Rest and awareness. Awaken the feeling of heaviness in the body. Both feet heavy. Ankles and calves heavy like lead. Knees, thighs, and hips, heavy, sinking deeper. Abdomen, chest, and back, heavy like a stone. Shoulders, arms, and hands, very, very heavy. Head, so heavy. The whole body heavy, so heavy, sinking into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Now shift to the feeling of lightness in the body. Both feet light. Ankles and calves weightless, floating. Knees, thighs, and hips like a light, fluffy cloud. Abdomen, chest, and back light as a feather. Shoulders, arms, and hands airy and light. Head empty and floating. The whole body light, so light it feels as if it's floating away from the floor. Awareness of lightness. Settle back into the physical body. Enter an effortless state of being. Become aware of the inner space you see behind your forehead. Develop your awareness of this space. An infinite space that extends as far as you can see, as low, as high, as wide as you can see. Become aware of the space. Be totally aware but not involved. Observe it as if you were watching a movie. What you see is a projection of your subconscious. Whatever you see is simply the way your mind is manifesting. Maintain your awareness. Bring your attention to the eyebrow center. Focus your attention on the eyebrow center. Imagine you are sitting in a meditative pose in the eyebrow center, silently repeating the mantra Om in synchronization with your breath. Awareness of sitting in the eyebrow center, repeating Om in time with the breath. Continue. Now bring your attention back to the eyebrow center. Return your awareness to the space you see behind your forehead. Watch this space carefully for any colors or patterns that emerge. There should be no effort, just awareness of watching. Total awareness of watching with no involvement. Continue watching this space and become aware of any images, any spontaneous thoughts that emerge. Try to become aware of these. Bring your attention to the eyebrow center. Here you are a witness of all that is happening, but doing nothing to make it happen. Remain empty and free from all doing. Feel yourself as presence, as pure consciousness right now. Here your intentions are fulfilled effortlessly. I accept healing from emotional pain. I accept healing from emotional pain. I accept healing from emotional pain. Allow this intention to go to the deepest place, Feel your intention is now being assimilated and adopted by all levels of your body and your being. Change nothing. Allow yourself to respond effortlessly to what I say. Allow my words to become your words. My heart is open. I am guided and protected. I release the past. I relax into the flow of life. Reside in the recognition of your higher self. Accept that you are surrounded by the love and support of those seen and unseen, past and present. You are light and love. Share it freely for the highest good of all. Gently bring your awareness back into the room. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Maintaining the peace you have cultivated, begin to move slowly and mindfully, gently waking the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch. Draw the knees in. As you're ready to roll over to your right hand side and rest there a moment in the fetal position. Notice how quiet the mind is, how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is. Know that you can come here again and again. Keeping your focus inward and your eyes closed, gently press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll seal our practice with a namaste. Namaste. Some monkey behind you guys.
Yes, and there's the monkey. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's a whole family there. There's a really baby. There's a baby. Look at that baby. They always come when I try to do the quiet meditation.